Facts versus feelings. Which one is more real? I'd like to argue today for you that they are both kind of the same nature and they are combined kind of the same way. If you look at facts, let's look at scientific facts. We observe the world, we measure the world, and then we arrive at this thing, this conclusion, this fact. And they are easily disputable, and they are also easy to accept because they're quite black and white. It's a nice world out there in the fact world because it's simple. It's simple. I was gonna say it's unemotional. The joke on us is that emotions are themselves a type of fact. They're an experiential fact in the moment when you're having an emotion. Can't deny it. It's very real because it's an experience. An emotion, just the same as a fact, comes by because of a whole bunch of judgments that stack on top of each other, and then you have an emotion. So an emotion is as rational as a fact is. It was rational in the olden days to think the earth was flat because that was the stack of judgments, and then they concluded the earth is flat. Rational. Today, it's irrational to think the earth is flat because there's a new stack of judgments and now the earth is round. Rational. Emotion is rational because it's a product of a stack of judgments. A little bit more nuanced than the black and white scientific facts. Some of them are even non-linguistic judgments, emotions. That are the judgments underneath the emotion that produces the emotion. They are somatic experiences of the past, maybe even of your parents' past or your grandparents. They are coded into your body. They are truths that are experienced. And they also have there's also different judgments in underneath an emotion, like, my husband was late again and it's the 5th time in a row, which means he doesn't love me anymore, and so forth. So the judgment, which is he doesn't love me anymore, is stacked on the fact that he's been so late or whatever. And the experience of your father basically neglecting you. So your conclusion emotion is sad, depressed, anxious, neurotic. So the fact that the person arrives at that emotion is rational because it's stacked on top of this set of things. And this set of things leads to that emotion, so it's rational. You can never say to someone's emotion, you're being irrational. People, we can't say that. It's not true. You can say to someone, the judgments underneath the emotion are inaccurate. They're not irrational, they're inaccurate. Which makes the emotion inappropriate, but not irrational. It's very rational because it's the product of the judgments for that person. So if you want to help someone get through an emotion that you can see is not necessarily accurate, then you help rearrange their judgments. The thing that makes emotions also a little more complicated is it's easy to take someone into a scientific lab and say, look at the experiment, look at the measurements. Can you understand that the fact is X, Y, and Z? Those are easy to rearrange in yourself, those judgments. But emotional judgments, what makes them hard is they are often somatic experiences and nervous system qualities. They're non-linguistic. So when someone's emotional, you can't give them any words to rearrange their judgments because their judgments aren't necessarily words, they're experiences. So if you want to re-educate someone's emotions, you have to give them, if you're that incredible, a whole new nervous system experience so that their judgments can change and indirectly affect their emotions. Sometimes it's easy underneath emotions and feelings to find the words for the judgments, like, I'm judging that none of my friends think of me because they don't call me or whatever. And sometimes it's difficult because there's no words to be found. There's just a nervous system experience. And how do we re-educate nervous system experiences? By giving someone a new nervous system experience. So go easy on people's emotions. They are like facts to them. Don't invalidate and discredit and laugh at someone else's emotion. They are real and they come from a long journey of judgments and experiences They don't drop out of thin air. And if you want to stand next to someone through emotional experiences, then you have to understand that they are real. As much as facts are real, because they are come by in the same way. They are apexes of stacks of judgments and experiences. You know, it's easy to change the scientific facts, like I said, because you just advance science and so forth. You advance the black and white world. But if we want to advance the emotional world and the well-being, the flourishing of us on a feeling and somatic sense, we have to rearrange the stacks of feelings and experiences. And that's a long road ahead. But the good start is to look at someone inside emotion and go, this is a rational experience for this person because of the stack underneath the emotion. If I care and I want to help, let me rearrange what's underneath the emotion. Don't discredit the emotion. Don't invalidate the emotion. And then we can all become more kind and more compassionate, which is a preferable direction to go than the opposite of that. Facts versus feelings. Don't be too excited about thinking. Facts trump feelings in the sense that facts can be accurate. But feelings are rational. That's what's complicated. So the fact is accurate, but the feeling of the person is rational in accordance with their situation. So you don't laugh at someone. You respect it. It's a product of like real life. It's come by like a flower. An emotion, a feeling flowers because of something. So if you just go wah, then then you're going against the grain of life. You want to be kind and be a teacher and really rearrange someone, then you rearrange what's underneath the feeling and the emotion, not the feeling and the emotion directly. That's unkind and not actually very rational. Who would have thought? Have a nice day and stay well and be kind.